Today we discuss the chapter number 4 and very important topic, that is the amniocentesis. What is the amniocentesis? It is the prenatal diagnosis technique by which we can diagnose different type of the abnormality that are found in the developing child. How can it operate? It very simple way. We know, first of what is the amniotic fluid. When you discuss the development of the embryo, then we can found there are the two type of the cell. One is the inner cell mass, another is the trophoblast layer or trophoblast cell. You know that inner cell mass are responsible for the development of the developing child or the embryo, and all the extra-embryonic membrane. This is the amniotic layer, and in amniotic layer a fluid are found. It is a fluid filled cavity. This is called the amniotic fluid, and these amniotic fluid are formed by the trophoblast indirectly, because all the post embryonic development or the development of the fetal membrane are carried out with the trophoblast. So ultimately, if we observe the karyotype of this fluid or this cell, then ultimately we can observe or diagnose the any difficulty that are found in the developing child. These tactics are occurs in a very early developing period when the amniotic fluid are developed. In this case, first of all, in first step, we can take the amniotic fluid with the help of a syringe. With the help of syringe, we can take the amniotic fluid. After that, in vitro culture are take place, and after that we can find out the karyotype of this fluid or the cell. The pattern of the chromosome, the number of chromosome that is generally are found in the case of human being is the 46. So we can observe the pattern of the chromosome, and finally, if we observe the pattern of chromosome, so this technique is very simple, three-step process. We take the amniotic fluid, in a vitro culture of the cell are take place, and last the karyotype of the culture cell are take place, and finally we can examine where the developing child is the normal or abnormal, because the chromosomal pattern of the developing child is same as the chromosomal pattern of the amniotic fluid. With the help of these techniques, we can early diagnose first the disorder in reference to the number of chromosome or chromosomal disorder, like the Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome. Means 45. First is the Down syndrome, in which the 21st pair of chromosome possess 3 number instead of the 2 number. So first, with the help of amniocentesis, we can easily know whether the developing child is normal or abnormal in a reference to the chromosomal disorder, whether it is a Down syndrome, whether it is a Turner syndrome, whether it is a Klinefelter syndrome. Second is we can easily know the sex of child very easily if we culture the tissue and we find out the karyotype, and the karyotype is the arrangement or the clear cut expression of all the 46 chromosomes. So ultimately if we know the karyotype, then we can find what is the pattern of sex chromosome. And finally, with the help of this technique, we can easily find whether the developing child has XX sex chromosome or XY chromosome. If the child has the XX chromosome, it is the girls, and if it has XY, it is the Y. So we can say that with the help of this technique, we can very easily know whether the developing child is male or the female. These tactics are developed for the diagnosis, treatment of the different type of abnormality in the developing child, but nowadays it is used to determine the sex of the child. And if the developing child are the female, a large number of female child are destroyed in the female womb, and this is called the female fetocide. The backdrop of this technique use is not for the detecting of the abnormality. It can use to detect the child sex of the developing child, and if the developing child is the female, a large number of female are destroyed with the help of this technique, and MTP are carried out. So it is banned in general for the knowing the sex of the child. This technique is not allowed